A few years ago, subscriptions were simple. You paid monthly for Netflix, maybe Spotify, maybe your phone bill. That was it. Now, subscriptions are everywhere. Your TV wants one, your car wants one, your photo storage wants one. Your productivity apps, food delivery apps, fitness apps, gaming services, security cameras, even your printers suddenly want monthly payments too. And people are starting to ask the same question. Why does everything feel like a subscription now? Because businesses realize something incredibly important. Selling products once is good, selling access forever is much better. For decades, companies relied on one-time purchases. A customer bought something, the company made money, and then the relationship basically ended until the next purchase. That model worked for a long time, but it had a major problem: unpredictability. Revenue constantly moved up and down. Some months were great, others were terrible. Investors hated uncertainty. Executives hated uncertainty. Then subscription businesses started exploding. Why? Because recurring payments create stable, predictable income. If millions of customers are paying every month, companies can forecast future revenue much more accurately. And Wall Street loves predictability. That's why investors became obsessed with subscription-based companies over the last decade. Recurring revenue made businesses look safer, more stable, and more valuable. But subscriptions also changed consumer psychology. A one-time payment of $200 feels expensive, but $10 a month feels manageable, even if it eventually costs far more. Businesses figured this out very quickly. Consumers are usually more willing to accept small recurring charges than large upfront costs. Once companies realized this worked, subscriptions spread into almost every industry. Software companies led the transformation. Years ago, you bought software once and owned it permanently. Microsoft Office came in a box. Adobe Photoshop was a one-time purchase. Now those same products operate on subscriptions. Why? Because monthly payments generate endless recurring income instead of occasional upgrades every few years. Financially, it was a massive success. Then streaming services pushed the model even further. Netflix changed entertainment completely. Instead of buying DVDs or paying for cable, people paid monthly for unlimited access. Spotify did the same thing for music. Consumers loved the convenience, but eventually every company wanted its own subscription platform. Disney launched one, Apple launched one, Max, Hulu, Paramount, YouTube Premium, and dozens more followed. At first, subscriptions seemed cheaper. Then people realized they were paying for multiple services at the same time. And businesses discovered another important detail. Many consumers don't cancel quickly. People forget subscriptions. They delay canceling. Sometimes they keep paying for services they barely use. Companies know this. That's why cancellation systems can feel frustrating. Hidden settings, retention offers, multiple confirmation screens, all of it helps reduce cancellations. Because subscription businesses depend heavily on keeping customers locked in. And now subscriptions are moving far beyond digital services. Car companies are experimenting with subscription-based features like heated seats, driving assistance tools, and performance upgrades. Fitness equipment often requires memberships to unlock full functionality. Smart home devices increasingly depend on paid cloud services. Even physical ownership is starting to change. That's the real shift happening underneath all of this. Businesses are slowly moving consumers away from ownership and toward access. Ownership is permanent, access is temporary and controlled. And from the business perspective, access is far more profitable. If customers continue paying every month, companies generate higher long-term revenue while also collecting valuable user data. Businesses can track behavior, personalize recommendations, and increase dependence on their ecosystems. That data has become extremely valuable. Modern subscription companies don't just sell products anymore. They study habits. They analyze engagement. They optimize retention. The longer customers stay connected, the more profitable they become. And economic uncertainty has accelerated this trend even more. After years of inflation, unstable consumer spending, and unpredictable markets, businesses became desperate for dependable cash flow. Subscriptions provide stability during unstable times. That's one reason so many companies are aggressively pushing recurring payment models right now. And artificial intelligence could make subscriptions even more common. Most AI platforms already operate through monthly plans because they require constant computing power and ongoing updates. Consumers are getting used to paying for continuous access instead of permanent ownership. That mindset is spreading everywhere. Gaming services now offer subscription libraries instead of physical games. Retail companies offer premium memberships for discounts and shipping perks. Productivity tools increasingly lock important features behind monthly plans. The subscription economy keeps expanding because financially it works extremely well for businesses. But consumers are starting to feel exhausted by it. Subscription fatigue is becoming real. People are growing tired of endless monthly charges and the feeling that basic ownership is disappearing. Ironically, subscriptions are beginning to recreate the same problems they originally solved. Streaming was supposed to replace expensive cable bundles. Now consumers juggle so many subscriptions that costs are starting to resemble cable all over again. The cycle repeated itself. And this raises a bigger question about the future. What happens when nearly everything becomes a service? When entertainment, transportation, software, communication, and even household products all require ongoing payments, consumers stop building ownership and start managing subscriptions instead. That changes how people think about money completely. But despite the frustration, subscriptions continue growing because convenience still wins most of the time. People like automatic updates, cloud access, personalization, and low upfront costs. Businesses know consumers will tolerate recurring payments if the experience feels easy enough. And that's why subscriptions are spreading into almost every part of modern life. Because companies realize they no longer want customers to buy something once. They want customers paying forever.